I know it's a lot of information to take in, and then we can carry on sometime with grade 2. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a grade 2 paper to do, and I want to see how well you do at it, and then we can go from there. So if you can't do something, I'll know. If you can do something, I'll know as well. Because you may find that the time signature stuff, oh yeah, you get it from your drumming, you know. Okay. Yeah. So have a look. So it's the same thing I did in class, but I just let me just close this curtain.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so how it goes is, and I did this before, but I'm going to record this so you can keep it. So
awesome.
Fat cat goes down and eats bread, right? And then you take this rhyme and you repeat it. Fat cat, but you put sharps.
Got it.
Now you go backwards. Bread eats and down goes cats. You don't need the F. Can you see the whole thing?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. But on this side, you put flats. Okay, like that. And then you take the C, which is no sharps and flats. That's the easy one. We all know it's got no sharps and flats. And you put a line through it. And then you number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now you have all your major. This is the major key line, not the minor key line yet, though. Hey?
Okay.
So this is the total major key line. So now you can write any major scale up to 4th year university. That's it. There aren't any more major scales. It's not like there's a trick to this, you know. They're modes and they're minor scales and they're chromatic scales and blah, blah, blah. But in terms of majors, that's it. So what I want you to do is write this in on the top of your paper and learn how to do it. Remember the competition we were having? The guys were writing it out. Were you there?
I think I was away because of COVID. I could have been.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so what I want you to do, do you know what I want to pin there we go. Oh, that's better. Okay. So what I want you to do is really learn this for your test. Now watch this. If I go to A flat, right? And I put fat cat goes down and eats bread. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just displacing this whole thing. I'm doing this. I'm going like this.
Oh, okay.
I'm just taking that and putting it here. And then I'm going F sharp, fat cat sharp, fat cat goes sharp, down sharp, and sharp. Okay. And over here, I'm doing the same thing again. B flat, E flat, A flat, B flat, E flat, A flat. And now these are the minors and these are the majors. Okay. And you can write every minor scale right up till the end of 4th year. There are a few anomalies and few rules with minors that the majors don't have, but we'll get there. Okay. So this is so important. This is, you're going to be writing this in your final matric exam on the top of the paper. This has to come in every theory exam you do, because what it does is it releases you from having to like study all the keys and how many sharps they have and all that stuff, right? Does that make sense? Okay, yes, cool. So once you know that, then you can start writing scales. So I'm just going to write a scale up top here. So they tell you to write D major without key signature, which means you got to put the sharps on the notes, right?
Okay.
So can you see up here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to D, and the first step is just so simple. You just put in your notes, space them nicely, and then you come down here and you say, where's D major? There it is. It's got 2. Remember, sharps go this way and flats go this way, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. D major has got 2 sharps. And then what I showed you earlier, you go to your second function, fat cat goes down and eats bread. Sharps this way, flats this way. And this gives you the order now of them. And you say, cool, sharps are going this way. There's sharp number 1, there's sharp number 2. Sharp number 1, sharp number 2. And that's D major. Okay. Cool. So you really have got to learn this, you know, this is the most essential tool. Even if you go and study music one day, it's probably one of the most essential tools. I mean, I could in the middle of the night, if you ask me what any major scale key signature was, I could tell you. but I don't always work in the minor keys. Like if you said to me, what's G sharp minor? I'd have to think a little bit, you know. I'd have to go, oh, okay, it's a relative major. Oh, yeah, it's 5 sharps or whatever. And I don't often play an E flat minor or A flat minor. I mean, you know, we usually when we play, we stick in this range here. But in a theory test, if I were to go into a grade 8 theory test and try and do scoring, this would be the first thing I'd write down. So I could double check the relationships in the major and minor. Let me do one more major scale for you, and then we'll quit. So now you can do any major scale you want. You can do D flat major, right? It's got 5 flats. So you take your D, you write your D, leave some space, and you say, right, 5, it's got 5 flats. Sorry, I wrote this out. Fat cat goes down and eats bread. Sharps that way, flats this way, okay? And now you go, look, second function. This is the order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B, E, A, D. Okay, now remember to repeat because there's another D up here, hey? And right, and then you've got D flat major. So with this system, you can write any major scale, you know, that exists. There aren't other major scales, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So instead of me like teaching, oh, like grade 1, and you're going to do these 4 scales and you're going to memorize it C and G and D, I'd rather cover the whole thing at once, you know, with the system. So this is the system I came up for myself at school, and that's how I got through matric theory, you know. Okay, I don't want to give you more information because I know it's a lot to take in. I want to send you a grade 2 paper. I know you haven't done grade 2 yet. It's a very slight bump up from grade 1.
Okay.
Do as much as you can. I'll send it to you a bit later. Do as much as you can. Give it back to me on Monday. And if there's a question you really know, I don't know what that is, just leave it out, okay? And then on Monday so basically I'm satisfied that you understand the basic principles of grade 1, and that you're ready to move to grade 2, you know? Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So just a question. So for the grade 3, is there any of that raising the 7th note, and then it's one other rule, 6th and 7th notes, and then
yeah. So I only did the majors with you today. So the raising of the 6 and the 7 come with minors. So so there's 3 Western scales you've got to know. That's the major scale, and then it's the harmonic minor and the melodic minor. So the harmonic minor, it's the same process, but raise a 7th. The melodic minor, same process, raise the 6 and 7, restore it on the way down.
Okay, cool.
And it's as simple as that. But, you know, it does take some practice. But I think also do the grade 2 paper. I'll mark it on Monday. I'll see if you understand. And then I think, geez, if we are back at school next week, like they're saying we are, I think it would be cool if I could meet you in the afternoons, you know, at least twice, you know, for a one-on-one session, maybe Tuesday and Thursday or something like that.
Yeah.
And see how far we can get. And we can do that the next week. And then instead of writing grade 4, you write a grade 3, you know.
Awesome.
Okay, cool, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Dude, I'll send you that paper. Just look out for it. I'll text you. I'll tell you what, I'll WhatsApp you once I've sent it. I'll probably only send it tonight though.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, perfect, man.
So for Monday, sir.
Yeah, if you can. Do you think you can?
Yeah, sure. It'll be easy. I can get it done over the weekend. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Cheers, man.